Hello everyone, this is me Akaash, going to present you about red team vs blue team. So what's the actual difference? So what is red team? Red team consists of security professionals who act as advisories to overcome cybersecurity controls. They utilize all the available techniques to find weaknesses in the people and processes and technology to gain unauthorized access to assets. So how does a red team actually work? You might be surprised to learn the red team spends most of the time planning an attack than they do performing attacks. Social engineering attacks, for example, rely on reconnaissance and research to deliver targeted spear phishing campaigns. Likewise, prior to performing penetration tests, packet sniffers and protocol analyzers are used to scan the network and gather as much as information about system as possible. That's how a team actually works. So typical information gathering during these phases include uncovered operating systems, basically like Windows, Macs, or Linux, identifying and making those models of network equipment like servers, firewalls, switches, routers, access point computers, etc. Understanding physics controls like doors, locks, cameras, security personnel, like that, and learning what ports are open, closed in the firewall, and what to allow and block in this specific traffic, and creating a map of network to determine what hosts are actually running, what services, along with where traffic is actually being sent. So example of red team are like social engineering attacks, phishing staff members, intercepting communication software tools, card cloning of an employee, security, etc. So what is actually a blue team? So blue team is actually consists of security professionals who have an inside view of an organization. Their task is to actually to protect the organization of critical assets against those threats and attacks. They are well aware of the business objective and the organization security strategies. So what's actually how does a blue team work? The blue team first gathers data and documents exactly what needs to be protected and carries out those risk assessments. Then actually they tighten up the access to the system and they start the defensive planning by identifying those critical assets, document the importance of those assets to the businesses and what impact the absence of these assets will have. And how does a blue team actually work? A blue team then performs a risk assessment by identifying threats against each asset and the weakness of these threats can exploit. And senior management involves crucial at this stage as they can only decide to accept the risk or implement mitigation control against it. The team then calculates the loss in case the threat occurs based on their cost benefit analysis. So, certain examples of blue team are performing DNS audits, conducting digital footprint analysis, installing endpoint security softwares, deploying IDS and IPS softwares, and implementing SIEM solutions, analyzing logs and memory, segregating networks, using vulnerabilities, scanning softwares, etc. So these are some examples of blue team exercises. So what actually are the benefits of a red team from blue team? Red team is actually valuable in that it identifies vulnerabilities, but it can only highlight the current status of the system. The blue team is actually same valuable in that it gives long-term protection by ensuring defenses remain strong and by constant monitoring of the system. The key advantage is actually, however, is continually improvement in the security posture of organization by finding gaps and then filling those gaps by appropriate controls. So these are the benefits of red team and blue team, and how do red and blue team work together. Actually, communication between these two teams are more important factors and successful and blue team exercises. And red team advises the blue team if they manage to penetrate the defenses and to provide advice on how to block similar attempts in a real scenario. Likewise, the blue team should let the red team know whether or not their monitoring procedure tough an attempted attack or not. So thank you for that I have explained red team vs blue team.